The following program is a presentation of FarSky Media. All content is property of FarSky Media and its affiliates. This program was recorded and produced at the FarSky Media Little Willow Studios.
I'm curious how people get to know each other. How do you approach people when you don't know them very well? To find out more about them, to reach them on a different level, to just know the person they actually are. I've tried many different things. I tried this with my own children. I tried this with my students. I've tried this with adults. And I don't know what the right answer is, but for me, I'm just straightforward with people. My kids, I tell them I've never been a parent before. Some of these instances I've never been through before, so I'm doing the best I can. I told my oldest and that, like, congratulations, since you were my first child, I got to experiment kind of with you on what works and what's dense, but look how well the rest of the kids are turning out. And he didn't think that was very funny, but people are not perfect. Kids are learning. So why do we expect them to know what to do if we don't help them? I'm kind of drawn to the ones that are labeled as the troubled kids. In my experience, they're not in trouble. They like to test people, and usually people fail the test every single time because they don't want to try, they don't want to put up with things. And to an extent, I don't put up with things either, but the students and young kids test people because they know eventually people run out of patience or they don't have time these days and they just want the easy answer. Just be good. Well, if that was that simple and that, I think we all would do that. So when I approach my own kids, students, I let them talk. I ask them a question and then I'm quiet so I can hear their answer. Can you explain yourself? That's a tough one for many people. Explain why you did that. And they look at you like, what do you mean? And I said, why did you talk back to that person? Why did you think it's okay to break a rule? And then just be quiet and let them explain themselves. Let them come to the realization that, yeah, it is not good what they did. And then after they're done talking, then explain how can we make it better? Because that's the real solution, isn't it? You made a mistake, you have to make it better. It's okay that you made a mistake, but now you have to fix it. Now you have to improve something. Now you have to do something to rectify what it was and have them figure it out. Right away, they're going to probably get defensive. That's what I've seen most of the time. Oh, I don't care. They actually do. They're just trying to get out of it because it worked all the other times. But let them talk. Kids are pretty smart. And then congratulate them. Acknowledge what they did. So that's a pretty good solution. Hey, I never saw it that way. Or if you don't like the road they're going down, you might have to give them a little prompts, a little cues like, hey, if this happened to you, but the person really didn't mean it, because I don't know if you really meant it or not. I don't think you did, because why would someone be that cruel and mean? But if this happened to you, how would that make you feel? And of course, no one likes being treated bad. No one wants to be treated bad. But give them things to think about, because that's where things change. Hold people accountable. Accountability is a huge thing in people's lives. It helps them learn. It helps them grow. It helps them get to the best version of themselves. Because yes, everyone has times when they're not at their best. Everyone has times when they have to lean on other people. Everyone has times when they just need someone else to step in and do something. And that's not weakness. That's actually a chance to grow, because you can see how other people can do it if you watch. But if you put it on someone else and you walk away, that's not being accountable. So sometimes you have to turn to other people. You should turn to other people that have more knowledge than you, because that's when you grow and that's when you learn the most. Ask the questions and let people answer. I got into trouble, but now I have to make it right. I didn't do something right. I can't just let that slide. I need to figure out so I can be a better person. Everyone has good in them. Everyone has a purpose. Everyone has a contribution to this world, to a project, to the school, to your home. Let people talk and explain themselves, and you will learn something yourselves. And then that person will see you in a different light too, because you're not treating them like other people. I can make a good connection with people Because I try to find out about that person. I have different conversations with people because I get to know them as an individual. And then I bring up their interest later in conversations. Or when they come back on weekends, or if I haven't seen my kids in a while because I have some adult children now, I talk about their interest. I let them be individuals. But if they don't do something correctly, it's our responsibility to hold them accountable so they learn too. Adults have seen lots of things in their lifetime. We were given these opportunities. We have to do that for the younger generations. A lot of good people out there. A lot of knowledge that should be shared before it's gone. Is everything done the same way as it was back 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago? No, but it doesn't make it wrong. Ask people tough questions once in a while. Make them explain themselves. Get to know people. Grow and learn with them. Life is too short to stay in your own little bubble. If you don't try something new, how are you going to grow as a person? And it might not work. I've met a lot of different people. I've had exchange students come into my home so my children were able to experience new things. If we ever travel, we always try different things. We learn about that area so we can grow. Sometimes I experience it right along with my children. But in that moment, all of us are growing. So next time things are tough, next time you see something that's not right, something you don't know about, learn about it. See if there's an explanation of why you didn't know this before. Maybe you just didn't try. Maybe you didn't have that experience before. But now that you do, learn and grow. But don't make people feel bad because they're different, because you don't understand something. Take those opportunities and make something good out of it. Those hard moments are some of the best moments in your life. Not everything should be easy. Otherwise, when will you grow? When will you learn something new if everything was just handed to you and easy? Go have those conversations. Go learn something new. Hold people accountable so they can grow. Enjoy life.
This has been a FarSky Media presentation. All content is property of FarSky Media and its affiliates. Visit us at FarSkyMedia.com for more information and programs. Thanks for joining us today. This program was recorded and produced at the FarSky Media Little Willow Studios.